Where it says you have a sixth sense, would that subheading be in yellow? Because that's more like God talking, and yellow is more prayers or questions in other books, questions. Do you think that would be a yellow? Would that be
You know what? Put it.
accurate?
Here's the thing. That's one of those scenarios where, hey, yeah, maybe. I can't see like I see it could be orange. I can see how it might be yellow. Okay, if you see it as yellow, yeah, make it yellow. The point is, at least what you're saying is, I want to highlight, and I'm going to see what color the system says, and not just make up the colors. I
Yeah,
never want to put a color there that I don't know for a fact that it's the right color or not. That's what is being expressed here. That's why you asked the question, right?
yeah,
But the people you book won't be doing that. They're not going to ask
yeah,
the question. They're not going to care unless you show them that you have to care,
yeah.
right? Because I do. See, the fact that you asked that question, right? It means, first of all, you're looking for the colors, right? And so
Mhm,
even though you didn't interrupt me, it tells me that you're paying attention to the colors because you're honoring this just like you honored 1111,
mhm.
right? So thank you again.
So can you, even though I know it's in writing, but I do still get sometimes confused with yellow because a big book is it's prayers, it's easy, but all books don't have prayers. So
So no,
what is yellow
here's
in
what
essence?
so yellow is either prayers or questions, depending on which
Mhm,
book it is. So now it's prayers and questions.
mhm,
Purple is what I might now put the sixth sense, because purple is like the highest level of the most important thing in all of the recovery text, the big book, right? It's like it's all about having had a spiritual awakening as the result of these steps. We tried to carry this message to others,
mhm.
right? As your primary way of living. So it's like it's God, it's like the most important instruction, the most important step. It's something to do with something that's most important. Like, so therefore, if this was a book about money, it might be
Mhm.
that purple is used in certain sections of that book that is about money. See what I mean? It's like it's not precisely defined because the colors don't exactly they exactly fit the colors in the big book. And then we just make
Yeah.
modifications so that like a lot of times what I'm finding, most books that we're booking you in that are, that you're booking others in, really most of the time, if you take orange out of the equation, which is the one you do if it isn't any other color, it's usually only three other colors that are being used, right? Which is yellow for questions, pink for positive promises, if you do the green stuff, right? So
Mhm.
so green, yellow, pink is in every book, and it's always the same. Green, yellow, pink is always the same.
Then how do you explain, because first orange was explained like it's an amber light, that what's
Don't
important
spit
to you.
don't share it that way
Okay.
anymore if that's not working for you to explain it. So just
Mhm,
explain it to it's this. If you see something that stands out that your gut says it's got to be colored, first
mhm.
thing you do is ask yourself which colors would it fit into in the paradigm that you've agreed to, these six colors, or these five colors, we should say, these five of the six colors, right, which is
Yeah,
everything but orange. And
yeah.
then, if not absolutely clear that it fits into, if you're not reasonably clear that it really should be a pink promise or whatever, and you understand how the colors work. In other words, if you don't understand it, and that's the problem, then you shouldn't even be doing this right now. So just talk to, let's get that handled in your next booking call before we continue booking. That's all.
Yeah. So see, just that should be a stop and start right there. So I just want to say, see that how you explain those colors just in this very simple way can be edited, and I can do this
Samina,
editing and
Samina,
put it in the
Samina,
logistics.
Savita. What you don't understand is I said exactly every word that I said because I was knowing that I was going to edit that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Perfect.
thank you for noticing.
Yeah.
Everything
Okay.
I say is coming from the vortex. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. That was
Well,
intentional.
pink
That was
pink
intentional.
and green is easy to determine,
Yeah.
but it's just
Yeah, and
sometimes the
so is
orange
yellow
and the
now.
yellows.
Now
Yeah.
yellow is too. Yellow is just prayers,
Questions.
questions,
Yeah.
right? Purple is everything to do with the most important instruction or action, right? that will get you the desired result. The big book, the desired result, is to be permanently recovered from all addictions, right? So
Mhm.
purple is like, no matter how shitty you do the other things, if you could be a master at everything to do with purple, that's why purple is like, it's just like anything to do with purple, how you help people in the most powerful way so that there's no
Mm.
codependency being activated in either of you, right? That's why that's purple. So, like I said, if you knew a book was all about, you know, money, you might say that that's purple for that book. It's like purple doesn't need to always be used. It's kind of hard to know for certain that it's the right color in any book. And I think maybe that's a decision you should always leave to Scott. Like Scott should always make the final decision with counsel from with Sabina, right?
Yeah.
The two of us make that decision together. This can be purple in this particular book, and here's the reason why. And if we
Yeah.
don't know that, we don't pass that on to others. Just um, casually, like I have been doing it on at least one occasion that I remember now. So I got to be
Yeah.
more, now that I know, I'm present to, holy shit, I don't want any harm caused on Samina. I got to be clear with every single question you give me. Thank you for that great question.